Mercury Marquis 1969 to 1978. For 1969, Mercury underwent a revision of its full-size range. Serving as the successor to the Brougham and Park Lane, the second-generation Marquis was expanded to a full range of body styles, slotted above the Monterey. For 1975, the full-size Mercury range was reduced solely to the Marquis, including the Brougham and Grand Marquis trims. In Canada, the Meteor brand marketed the Marquis as its flagship Meteor limousine from 1969 to 1970. After the 1976 closure of the brand, Ford Canada continued the use of the Meteor name within Mercury, selling a Marquis Meteor as a base trim level for 1977 and 1978. The second-generation Mercury Marquis shares its chassis with the full-size Ford model range introduced in 1969, using a rear-wheel drive perimeter frame chassis. Following a tradition starting in 1961, Mercury sedans used a longer wheelbase, 124 inches, than Ford's, 121 inches, also used by Ford, Mercury station wagons. For 1970, the chassis was adopted by the Lincoln division for the Continental on a 127-inch wheelbase. Carried over from the previous generation full-size chassis, the suspension was a 3-link linear axle and double wishbone independent front suspension, with a front stabilizer bar. Coil springs were fitted to all 4 corners. Front disc brake and rear drum brakes were standard. Power brakes became standard in 1971. For 1973, SureTrack, an early form of anti-lock braking, was introduced as an option. 4-wheel disc brakes became an option for 1975. For the second generation of the Marquis, Mercury revised the powertrain line. Along with ending its Marauder branding for engines, Mercury replaced both the 390 and 428 Face Series engines with a 429 cubic inch 385 Series V8. A short-stroke version of the Lincoln 460 V8, the Marquis offered the 429 with 2-barrel and 4-barrel carburetors, 320 and 360 horsepower, respectively. The manual transmission was discontinued, paired solely with the 3-speed Ford C6 heavy-duty automatic. During the 1972 model year, the Marquis received the 460 from Lincoln as an option. For 1974, the 460 replaced the 429 outright. As the 1970s progressed, Mercury began efforts to improve emissions and fuel economy of its full-size range. Following the discontinuation of the Monterey and the introduction of the Grand Marquis, smaller displacement Ford 335 engines replaced the 460 as the standard engine offering. For 1975, the 402 cubic inch Ford 400 V8 was introduced, largely as a successor to the 429, with a 351 cubic inch Ford 351M V8 becoming the standard engine for the Marquis in 1978. In California and for high-altitude use, the 400 remained standard equipment, regardless of usage. The 460, standard on the Marquis Brougham and Grand Marquis through 1977, remained available as an option until the end of the generation. The C6 transmission remained paired to the 460, with the 400 and 351M using the lighter-duty FMX transmission. The second-generation Marquis was expanded from the previous 2-door hardtop to a full range of body styles, inheriting the 4-door hardtop from the Brougham and 4-door sedan and 2-door convertible from the Park Lane series. Under the 1969 rebranding of Ford and Mercury station wagons, the Colony Park station wagon became part of the Marquis line. For 1969 and 1970, the Mercury Marauder made its return, unofficially replacing the S55. Designed as a competitor for the Oldsmobile Toronado and Buick Riviera, the Marauder was a fastback coupe combining the front bodywork of the Marquis with the roofline of the Ford XL, Ford Galaxy 500 sports roof, along with the Colony Park. The Marauder was built on the 121-inch wheelbase used by Ford. During its production, the second generation underwent 2 updates, including a 1971 mid-cycle revision of the exterior and interior. In 1973, To coincide with the addition with 5 mph bumpers, the exterior and interior underwent a complete redesign, with the two-door hardtop receiving a different roofline from the Ford Limited.